right in their grill for that thing to work. What's good in the hood, guys? Welcome back to another video. If I'm talking a little bit quieter in this video, it is because it's currently 11 p.m. at night, and around 10 o'clock I'm supposed to be quiet because everybody in the house is obviously already sleeping. So if I'm a little bit more quiet in this video, then that is why, and I apologize. But I just really wanted to record this video. I've been waiting all day to sit here and record, and my last recording actually just did not work. It did not sync properly, so I have to redo it. And here I am. So apparently there was new weapons added to Black Ops 3 again. I swear every time I come back to this game there is more weapons added, and it's mind-boggling because Black Ops 4 is about to come out and we have a new Call of Duty to be playing, yet they're still adding weapons and DLC content to Black Ops 3, which is super amazing. So we're going to be using the Sten. Apparently that's a new weapon, and of course we are using Zombie Kid Player's account. Mad props and thanks to him for letting me use his account. Still freaking amazing. So we're playing with the Sten. We're going to see how it is. I've never seen anything about this weapon or gun or anything, so this is going to be all new to me. So if you guys enjoy this video at any moment in time, drop a like, comment below, and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. What I really wanted to talk to you guys about in today's video is actually a few stories that happened at work. As we all know, I look at piss for a living, and that's kind of where all the stories come from. Oh, it's right. He's chilling right there. Hello, Goopy. He's so cute. So the last few days that I've had drug testing has honestly been the most frustrating, funny, and overall weirdest few days. So the first story, we're gonna start with a lighthearted story. I had this guy come in for a drug test. It was obviously an older fella, and he basically went in to go provide a sample, and when he was done, all I hear from the bathroom essentially is, oops, I made a little mess. Usually when that happens, it's a few drops here or there, but it's never like a full-size fucking pool, so I really wasn't expecting much. But when I walked into there, I literally had to like quickly bounce back because I was stepping into a kiddie pool full of urine. I didn't want to obviously embarrass the man, so I kind of said, nah, it's no problem, I just have to mop up your fucking urine. Honestly though, it was like no big deal. I'm very desensitized now when it comes to any type of pee scenario, so I'm pretty set for when I have children and have to clean up their pissy diapers. But yeah, he pissed literally everywhere. That is the first time in a long ass time that I've had to like fully pull out the mop and whatnot, and yeah, it was pretty bad. Like, I'm pretty sure almost all of the pee landed on the floor, so I'm not sure how he managed to do that, but it happened. Honestly hilarious the way he played it off too. He was like, oh, I just made a little mess, and it just made me wonder what his definition of a little was, because but that was the funny story. That was the story that kind of just was disgusting, but you know, it could have been a lot freaking worse. At least he didn't shit on the floor. Let's be serious. So the second story is actually where I get frustrated. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown. Oh shit, I didn't know that's what that did. I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown of the drug and alcohol testing process that we do at the office. Essentially, when we do a POCT test, that is something we do, which is dip strips in-house in the office. If that test happens to show a positive for some sort of drugs, we package up the pee and we send it to the lab so they can confirm it as yes, a positive, or no, the equipment we used at our office was faulty. That way it's double checked by a professional essentially, because we just use dip cards, so everything test wise is done within that card that is just pre-packaged and sent to the office for us to use. And sometimes those can be faulty, so they would just double check it at the lab, make sure it was a positive, or if it actually was a negative, they can confirm it as so. So if it gets sent to the lab, just look at it as a second chance, okay? Right in their grill for that thing to work. What was that? Did you get electrocuted? You chewing on the cord? Don't do that. I think the dog fucking electrocuted himself. What a dipshit. I'm actually pissed because if he just chewed through the heating blanket cord, I'm actually gonna cry. real tears of sadness. And I'm pissed because he's been chewing on cords all night, yet he's had a bone. Hey, you. No. No. Now that you guys kind of have the back end of how the kind of process works with drug and alcohol testing at the office, I'm gonna explain to you guys what the fuck happened. This guy came in for a drug and alcohol test per booked as his employer booked, so it was a pre-employment, so if he passes this test, he has a job. If he doesn't, put two and two together. So this guy, right, he comes in to do a drug test, no big deal. Essentially, like I said, we do the POCT, and if it shows up a positive, we have to send it to the lab for that confirmation test. So that is what happened. The initial test showed up as a positive, so I bottled it up, packaged, and keep in mind this guy is one of those people that's just kind of nosy, wants to know every little detail, which I guess is understandable when you do something like a drug and alcohol test. Everything's all said and done, he doesn't really mention anything, so in the comments that the employer gives us for drug tests, it usually tells us, like, obviously what tests to have done, and basically it'll tell us what we have to do if it tests for a positive, like send it to the lab. Sometimes they just won't send it to the lab, it's very rare that they do that, but there's the odd chance, so there's actually special instructions put onto the drug test paperwork, and for this one, of course, it said if it's a positive, send it to the lab, so package it up and send it away. So the way I worded it to him was, your employer did actually request a lab test as well, so I'm thinking that he got confused in the sense that he may have thought that I just did not test it at all on site, because I said he would get his results in a few days. So that evening, when his employer gave him the, hey, you fucking tested positive for coke result, he was a little bit taken back, like, this bitch told me it wouldn't be here for a few days, I don't know why you have a positive already, kind of thing. I think he was just overall really confused, which is fine. He was asking me all of these questions in person. He stopped by the office and was like, yo, what was wrong with my sample? So it, like, tested positive for coke, like, oh my god, like, I'm missing out on this job, this, that, and the other thing. And he was just super angry, which it's like, I can't do anything about it. The lab's gonna confirm it in a few days or so, so if you have nothing to worry about, just chill out, you're fine. But if you know you did coke, I see why you're raising a stink, because you just wasted your time, your potential employer's time, and you're jobless, so I can understand why he's pissed, but doesn't mean he can come to the office and kind of take that out on me. So called my office asking for the laboratory's phone number and his test number so he could, like, call them and, like, see what was up. I don't know what he thought he was going to accomplish by asking for the laboratory's number, considering they're a few provinces over. They wouldn't honestly get, like, it wouldn't be there already. They wouldn't have time to have tested it, kind of thing, so I don't know what he thought was going to happen. The most frustrating thing I think I've ever had to deal with, he called the office multiple times, kind of just trying to find answers for his drug test, when essentially as soon as it leaves the office, it's out of our hands, and it's protocol what we do. Like, we don't break the rules, we don't pass people that should fail, you know, like, we do everything by the book. Like, if I'm not sure, I will ask my boss, or I will call the company, you know what I mean? So it's not like I did anything wrong. Maybe he was just confused about the test and what was going on, which is just a little bit of misinterpretation on his part, as well as maybe me not explaining it as clear as I probably could have. 2 years into it now, so I mean, I can have my moments where things don't come out as clear as they should, you know? But it was a very good learning experience, like how to deal with a difficult customer or an angry customer. So that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to drop a like. I'm gonna try to upload more consistently, whether it's Black Ops 2, I was gonna say 2, Black Ops 3, World War 2, anything. I just want to make more content. I might vlog here and there, post films or something, I don't know, but I want to do a lot more on YouTube and kind of come back full tilt, so I'm hoping I can kind of keep my word on that and do that. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and have a great night. Adios.